If you're staring at your portfolio right now, watching the spot price of silver bleed out on the charts and you're feeling that knot of panic tighten in your stomach, I need you to take your hand off the sell button. Do not let them shake you out. What you're witnessing right now, this violent vertical drop towards the $15 handle, is not a market correction. It is not a sell-off, it is a weapon. You are watching a calibrated high-frequency attack designed to trigger your stop losses and liquidate your positions exactly 48 hours before the real move begins. The banks are done. They are cornered. And this flash crash, this is their desperate attempt to cover their naked shorts before the vault runs dry. We are seeing a level of volatility that hasn't existed since the 2020 liquidity crisis, but this time, the mechanics are different. The algorithms are painting the tape red. They are dumping billions of dollars in paper derivatives onto the COMEX in the middle of the night when liquidity is thinnest to engineer a collapse in the spot price. They want you to see that big red candle. They want you to believe that the silver squeeze is over. They want you to think that the industrial demand has vanished and that the monetary premium is a myth. Why? Because they need your physical metal. They need you to capitulate. They need you to throw your hands up in disgust and sell your stack back to them at a discount so they can survive the margin call that is coming for them. This is the bear trap. It is the oldest trick in the Wall Street playbook, but it works every single time because it exploits human fear. They crash the price to $15 or $16 to break your psychological resolve. They want you to feel foolish for holding a barbarous relic. But look at what is happening behind the curtain. While the paper price is crashing, the physical premiums are exploding. Try to buy an American Silver Eagle for $15 today. Try to find a 100-ounce bar at spot price. You can't. The disconnect between the fake paper price and the real physical reality has never been wider. This is the signal. We are in the eye of the storm. This dip is the slingshot. The deeper they push the beach ball underwater, the harder it is going to rocket toward the surface when they lose their grip. And make no mistake, they are losing their grip. The leverage in the system is breaking. The reason we are seeing this frantic downside volatility is because the commercial banks are trying to exit their short positions before the inevitable explosion. They are trying to smash the price one last time to close out their bets against silver because they know that once this level breaks, there's no resistance until we hit all-time highs. You're not losing money. You're being tested. This is the moment where the wealth transfer actually happens. Not when the line is green, but when the line is red and you have the courage to hold the line while the rest of the herd is stampeding toward the slaughterhouse. Let's dig deeper into the forensic evidence of this crime scene, because what you're looking at is not a free market. It is a hostage situation. Why would the price of silver crash when every fundamental indicator, from solar panel demand to military manufacturing to monetary instability, is screaming for it to go higher? The answer lies in the short interest held by the bullion banks. These institutions are currently sitting on a massive, concentrated short position in the silver market. That means they have bet billions of dollars that the price will go down. If the price goes up, if silver breaks free and starts rocketing toward $50 or $100, these banks don't just lose money, they face an extinction-level event. They sell and sell and sell paper promises into the market to overwhelm the buyers and drive the price down. And they would sell their physical metal back to the market, allowing the banks to restock. But this time, the exact opposite is happening. As the paper price crashes on the screen, the physical inventory is vanishing from the vaults. The lower they push the price, the faster the physical metal is being drained. The smart money, the sovereign wealth funds, the family offices, the awake individuals like you, are standing there with their trucks, saying, "Thank you for the discount." Which is being determined by scarcity. The banks are done because they have run out of real metal to sell. All they have left is paper. They are firing blanks. And the moment the market realizes that the COMEX has no close, that the vault is empty and the paper contracts are worthless claims on nothing, the price will not just recover, it will gap up. It will move from $15 to $50 in a matter of days, bypassing every resistance level on the chart. This is what a short squeeze looks like right before it snaps. The tension is building. The rubber band is being pulled back to its breaking point. And you are standing at ground zero. Now, let's look at the catalyst that turns this red candle into a parabolic green god candle. We established that the banks are manipulating the paper price to save themselves, but there is a force coming that they cannot manipulate, the currency crisis. While the spot price of silver is fluctuating, the United States dollar is entering its terminal phase. The Federal Reserve has lost control of the bond market. The interest on the national debt has crossed the $1 trillion mark. The only way the government can pay its bills is by printing more currency. This is not a theory, this is arithmetic. And when the market finally internalizes that the dollar is being debased to zero, the flight to safety will not be into bonds, and it won't be into stocks. It will be into hard assets. This is where the green rocket ignites. Imagine a scenario where the spot price is sitting at $15, but no one is selling physical silver for less than $40. The paper market breaks. The COMEX declares force majeure, meaning they will settle contracts in cash because they don't have the metal to deliver. Panic sets in. Manufacturers like Tesla, Samsung, and Raytheon, who need physical silver to build their products, will panic buy. They don't care about the chart. They care about their supply chain. They will bid the price up to whatever level is necessary to secure the metal. This is the industrial squeeze colliding with the monetary squeeze. The banks know this is coming. That is why the volatility is so violent right now. They are shaking the tree one last time. They are trying to trigger your stop loss so they can steal your position. But look at the technicals on the weekly and monthly time frame. We are forming a massive cup and handle pattern that has been building for 40 years. The energy stored in this chart is nuclear. When the $15 trap fails, and it will fail because physical demand is unrelenting, the reversal will be so fast that you won't have time to log into your brokerage account. You won't have time to drive to the coin shop. The sold out signs will go up everywhere instantly. This is the Gresham's Law moment. Bad money, the dollar, drives out good money, silver. As the dollar weakens, people hoard the silver. The velocity of silver drops to zero because no one wants to sell it, while the velocity of the dollar skyrockets because no one wants to hold it. The price you see on the screen today is an illusion created by a dying system. The real price is infinity because you cannot print more silver. You cannot quantitative ease a silver mine into existence. The banks are done because they are shorting reality. They are betting that they can suppress the laws of physics and economics forever. They are wrong. And when this spring uncoils, it is going to rip their faces off. So, what do you do when the screen bleeds red? What do you do when the headlines scream silver crash and the pundits tell you the bull market is dead? You do exactly what the banks are doing, not what they are saying. You buy. You buy with both hands. You buy as if your financial survival depends on it because it does. This crash to the $15 range is not a funeral. It is a gift. It is a generational entry point that you will likely never see again in your lifetime. The powers that be have handed you a time machine. They have suppressed the price to 2015 levels, while the money supply is in 2026 territory. They have created a mispricing so extreme that it screams opportunity to anyone with eyes to see. Do not be the sheep that gets sheared. The sheep panic when the price drops. The sheep sell at the bottom because they are ruled by emotion and fear. Be the wolf. The wolf looks at the chaos and sees a feast. The wolf understands that when the price is smashed down, it means the spring is coiled tight. The banks are trying to scare you out of your position because they need your silver to cover their shorts. Every ounce you sell is an ounce they use to survive another day. Do not give them that satisfaction. Do not be the liquidity that saves a corrupt system. Hold the line, tighten your grip, and if you have dry powder, deploy it now. You must understand that we are transitioning into a new era. The era of paper wealth, of stocks, bonds, and digital digits is ending. The era of tangible wealth is beginning. When the dust settles on this banking collapse, the only thing that will matter is what you can hold in your hand. The derivatives will burn. The unallocated accounts will default. The ETFs will settle in cash. But the physical silver in your safe, that is yours. It is immutable. It is the only asset that does not have a counterparty liability attached to it. It is truth in a world of lies. Imagine looking back at this moment 5 years from now. Imagine telling your children that you saw silver trading at $15, a price below the cost of production, and you hesitated. Imagine telling them you were scared because a chart on a computer screen was red. Or imagine telling them that you saw through the manipulation, that you understood the banks were cornered, that you backed up the truck and secured your family's legacy for pennies on the dollar. The choice is yours. The window is closing. The sold-out signs are already being printed. The premiums are already rising. The physical market is decoupling from the paper fraud. This is the final warning. The banks are done. The squeeze is accelerating. The rocket is on the launch pad and the countdown has begun. Do not let the volatility shake you. Do not let the fear paralyze you. Turn off the noise, go to your local coin shop, and exchange your dying fiat currency for real money. Be the predator, not the prey.